Get our email newsletter for beading news, sale announcements, new product announcements, and more. Link is in the description below.
God woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and said, you are going to do your art full time, and you are going to say it out loud and make it real. And if you are faithful to me, I will be faithful to you. And so I woke up my husband 2 o'clock in the morning, which every husband loves, to be woken up and said, I am going to quit my posh academia job where I get 3 months vacation every year, and I am going to be a full-time artist. And then I left the university that I was teaching at, and I took a year off, and I focused solely on the art. And I really wanted to kind of test to see, would I get sick of it in a few months? So I was like, all right, I wonder if I could just do this. Yeah, it's been an amazing ride, and God's been faithful, and I'm grateful for every minute of it. I'm Sabrina Frey, a glass bead mosaic artist. So there's a lot of emotions that come with creating bead mosaics. One is it's a very meditative process. It's something that you can focus in on, but it's not so intense focus that you can't listen to a book or listen to your favorite music. So it's a relaxing kind of meditative process, but it's also tactile from beginning to end. You're using your fingers, you're using your hand to create it, but then afterwards it has that texture. Then you have the ability to touch it and engage with it on a regular basis. Every time you walk by, you can touch this and feel it. And as humans, we are tactile creatures, so we like to interact with things. I encourage people at my art shows to touch and engage with the art, which is something that they don't typically get to do with art, is to interact with it on that level. You know, beads are endless. Beads they come in every shape, every size, every color, and they make people happy. They're just one of those mediums. And because of the endless amount of shapes and sizes, the possibilities are endless, truly. I have not found a limitation on them. And so they just offer a versatility and a simplicity of use. So unlike stained glass mosaics where you are having to cut the glass yourself, and then you're having to grout it, you need a lot of expensive tools, you need space to be able to do that. You're going to come out with cut fingers and those types of things. With bead mosaics, they're already pre-cut. They're ready for you to do whatever you want with them. Just the sheer number of styles and sizes and shapes gives you endless possibilities. And whatever your imagination can come up with, you can create it in beads, essentially. So one of my goals with the kits is to make them easy enough that you can complete it in a decent amount of time. That it's not the kind of project where you're going to spend weeks trying to complete and then it's never going to get done, or you're going to hate it after you've been working on it for 12 hours and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. So the kits are easy to do and they go pretty quickly so that you have a sense of accomplishment. And then you also realize, I can do this pretty quickly. What could I do on my own? And you realize the possibilities and what you could kind of take off on your own. Like, we have standard kits that come with everything you need, but then you can also personalize them with all of the beads that you have in your own collection. So this is kind of an example of one that I took off on my own. Same pattern, essentially the same colors, but I added gemstones and some little extra details. So they're the kind of thing you can keep the kit the way it is and it's beautiful, or you can personalize it and use your stash to make it something uniquely yours. So it's really exciting to see that bead mosaics are starting to be accepted in the fine art world and also in the bead world in general. When I started doing this 12 years ago, I've really kind of spent a lot of my time in the past few years fighting to get it accepted in the fine art world. And for them to see this as a medium like paint versus always considering beads as jewelry. And the Museum of Beadwork has asked me to do an exhibition next year for them. And they have several mosaic artists that have been exhibited there. So it's good to see them embracing this and bringing it in as an addition to jewelry. And I think that, people are just starting to see the possibilities. When I do shows, people are so amazed and it's funny to see that they're like, I can't believe I never thought of this, and bead artists who have been working with beads forever. And they're just like, it's so logical. Why did I not think of doing something like this? So I think the fact that the kits show people how easy it can be, and my techniques and the skinny glue and the art edge make it a very easy, viable type of thing, that it'll take off. And I'm hoping that with all the bead possibilities out there, that people will be brave and just start, hey, I can do something different. It doesn't always have to be on my body. Jewelry for your walls is not a bad thing. So start hanging it up. I would love to see my kits just really inspire people to kind of create the possibilities, to think beyond tradition. I love tradition as much as anybody else, but when we think beyond it and we push ourselves beyond it, that's when new things happen. And I think that I always felt like beads were kind of pushed into this hole. And they were always expected to be done a certain way. And so I love to see those light bulb moments in people. And they say, I never thought of this, but wow, my brain is just going crazy. And I can see so many possibilities. And that makes me happy that I'm inspiring other people to think outside the box and to take art where it has never gone before. I mean, I'm, taking beads where they've never been is fun. And it makes people happy to see the unique. So I'm hoping that I can push people to continue to do that.